What's up, cooks? It's Wednesday. So it seems like everybody's making donuts right now. I've seen them on Instagram. I've seen them in the Facebook group. I've seen them all over the place. So I decided I want to teach myself how to make donuts. So I wanted to start out easy. So I went and got a couple Wilton Donut Pans, and we're going to make some cake donuts, and we're going to drizzle them with a little bit of a vanilla glaze. So join me. Let's make donuts on this Wednesday. So we all know that there's different styles of donuts, right? Some of those styles depend on the cooking method. So a lot of donuts, when you go to a typical donut store, they're fried, right? But there's several different kinds of donuts that are baked, and a lot of them are called cake donuts. So I wanted to start out with some cake donuts just to get my feet wet a little bit and start my learning process of how to make donuts. So I went to look at the different kind of options out there for donut pans, and USA Pan has a donut pan. And yeah, that would be the holy grail of getting a donut pan, right? But I don't make baked donuts all the time, and I figured I wanted to get a less expensive option just to see how I like it when I do make it. Because the USA Pan, if I were to buy two, it would be like they're $33 a piece, so it would be $66 to buy the two to make 12 donuts. So I opted for a cheaper option. So this is the Wilton 6-cavity donut pan. This is dark compared to the USA Pan, which I'm a little concerned about. But a lot of people like this pan. It gets unbelievable reviews, and you can get two of these. You can make a dozen donuts for about $20 on Amazon. So I'll put links down in the description if you want to check these out. So this is our pan, and I played around with this one. So if once you unband it, this is how it looks. So you have your traditional donut shape. One of the things I wanted to do to get our feet wet is in the packaging, there's a recipe in here for basic baked cake donuts. So we're going to be doing that. And we're also going to be doing a vanilla glaze just to get our feet wet, right, with baked donuts. So let me open this other one up. So we're going to make our batter, and I'm going to go wash these things up so they're ready to go. We're going to make our batter, and then we'll bake the donuts off. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to be following the Wilton recipe to test their pans out, as they say, right? So I have my stand mixer. We're going to take 2 cups of cake flour. We're going to add that to the mixer. This is sifted, so it's 2 cups sifted. We're going to take 3/4 of a cup of sugar. So we got 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. This is Penzeys, and it smells so good. So I'm just going to give it a quick stir here. I love this KitchenAid. Okay, we have 2 lightly beaten eggs. And I'm putting this in because you only want to beat this until it comes together. You don't want to beat it too much more than that. So the recipe calls for buttermilk, and I'm allergic to milk, so I took 3/4 of a cup of almond milk and put 3/4 of a tablespoon of vinegar in here, and it's been sitting here for a little bit so it'll get happy. And I also have 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Okay. It's always good to have melted butter in it, right? And we're going to stir this with the mixer just until it's combined. That's a KitchenAid, right? That's a classic KitchenAid sound. So looking pretty good. So there's our donut batter. So let's prep the pans. So they want you to spray the pan. I have this olive oil spray, and it doesn't like, it's more like streams instead of spraying. So I'm just gonna spray these down and then give them a little brush down like this. It sprays a little, but it kind of streams. This is Wegmans extra virgin olive oil spray. I'd rather use real olive oil. And then here's our batter. It's pretty thick. So I think I'm gonna try doing this with a spoon because this batter is like really thick. You can't really like pour it in. I'll spread it around. That's gonna be one. I think I filled it a little too full. Yeah, I'm doing these out of order. Okay, so I filled that one a little full, so. Oof. So let me finish filling these and I'll be back. Okay, so our donut pans are full. Look at these babies. So you can see the little flecks of nutmeg in there. I can't wait to taste these babies. So let's get them into the oven. Okay, we're getting ready to put these in the oven. So they're going to be baking at 425. We're on convection. Keep it over from the edge a little bit. We're on convection, which drops my temp down 25 degrees. But if you're on regular bake, do it at 425. 7 to 9 minutes until they spring back.
Super slow-mo.
Eric slow-mo. There's our little babies. So you know when they're done when you touch them and they spring back. Yeah. So these were in about 7 minutes. They didn't brown a lot, but I think they're brown on the other side. So we're going to leave them in the pan 4 to 5 minutes, and then we're going to be putting them on the rack. We got donuts, guys. So let's see how these look. There's our donut. They're pretty light looking, but we're going to be glazing them, so you won't even see that. Ooh, they smell good. Smell like little cakes. Oh yeah. That one browned pretty good. Yeah. So I would say the pan browned them fairly evenly. The pan did good. Ooh, look at that. This one browned more. So a couple of them are slightly uneven. But
we'll just have to put them out of their misery.
yeah, we'll just have to eat them. So we did have a little bit of variation in the browning, a little bit, but that's okay. So we're going to let these fully cool. We're going to make a glaze to dip these bad boys in, and then I think we'll have to take a taste.
I guess we'll have to have a good Wednesday, won't we?
Yeah, definitely. Okay, we're going to make the glaze. So I have a cup of powdered sugar here. I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of milk. This is almond milk because I'm allergic to milk. And a half teaspoon of vanilla. And we're going to go ahead and stir this together. We want this kind of thick. I don't want it super thin. Ooh, and that sugar will melt down in there. That looks good. So let's get the donuts. Ooh, okay. So I'm going to take a donut. We're going to drop it in here. We're going to pull it up. Ooh, look at that. Now that's a glazed donut right there. Ooh. I'm going to swirl it around here. And we're going to put them here on this. I think I may have done that one upside down. And up. Ooh. Pretty thick glaze here. Ooh.
One thing you can do is with Mardi Gras and Fat Tuesday and all that is maybe come up with different colors, food colorings, right?
Yeah. So let me finish glazing these and I'll be back. Okay, so I ended up making a second batch of glaze because it was pretty much only enough to do 6 donuts. So I would double the glaze. I made it a little thinner because it was easier to dip them. It did result in a little bit of lighter color than these. These are the ones that I dipped in the first batch, and these are the ones I dipped in the second batch, and they're a little lighter, but
you got more coverage down the sides.
Yeah, it sort of dripped on the sides a little bit more. So let's try these babies out. I'm going to try one with the lesser glaze. So let's see how the pan did. So it's definitely dry. Not quite enough flavor for me. Really dry. The pan did great, but the recipe is not that great.
Needs to be a little bit more moist.
Yeah.
Needs more flavor.
More flavor. Wow. Okay.
Well, if you want a mediocre donut,
yeah.
But I can like dip these in milk.
So the pan did great. The recipe, right, not too great. So I think I'm going to go back to the drawing board to make cake donuts. This recipe is just doesn't do it for me. I kind of want to make old-fashioned, so maybe I'll try those out. Definitely need to Amy-fy some kind of recipe because this is not it, right? But for the donut pans, I give it a thumbs up. So what's up? It's Wednesday. We got some cake donuts. Not that great of a recipe from Wilton, but the pans are pretty good. We're going to be working on this and come back with something fantastic. So have a great Wednesday. Eric's going to be dipping these in his coffee. I hope you have a great week.